Thank you for joining me for your 2019 full annual Astro Tarot reading. I'm doing a tarot spread that I choose to do just for the year using the Morgan Greer deck. And this particular reading will be available for purchase effective January 1st via a video format. So take a look on my website beginning of the year, and if you want a personal annual reading and you have an active email address, you can purchase this. Let's see what's here for Leo for the month or the year of 2019. Page of Swords, 6 of Wands. Oh, and please watch your rising sign and moon sign for a full dose of divination, Leo. 9 of Swords reverse, King of Coins, 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands, or 6 of Swords and the 7 of Wands reversed. Ace of Rods, the World, wow. 9 of Cups and the 6 of Coins. Justice. And the Empress. Look at all these major arcana cards. This is powerful. So, effective January, messages coming through already for Leo. Leo rising or Leo moon. The Page of Swords is definitely a communicative card and receiving a message upright. On the 5th of January, we have a new moon partial solar eclipse in Capricorn. We also have a full moon total lunar eclipse in Leo on the 21st. So in that eclipse, between them is when you'll probably hear this incoming. And it's victorious. There's an acceptance. You get the part. You get the job. You get the acceptance letter or letter of recommendation. And there's a reason to celebrate or move forward and feel confident in February. The 6 of Wands is an achievement, and it's a smaller victory card than the Chariot, but it's still victory nonetheless. So you have something that you are accepting and moving forward with more confidence, fire, and passion for what you're doing. And come March, Mercury retrogrades, which is why this card is reversed. On the 5th of March, Mercury retrogrades at 29 degrees of Pisces, back through 16 degrees of Pisces through March 28th. So practically the whole month. And that's a good time to let go of old thoughts. The swords rule the mind. The swords are the intellect. And how you think and what you say. So release negative speech or what is limiting you in speech. Saying the words never and always. And less is more in speech. So you might be honing in on a skill on how to reprogram yourself and launch your new self in spring, or actually in March or May even. But going inside the mind and maybe even the body, taking care of yourself behind the scenes is recommended here. In April, we also have 3 major planets in Earth retrograde. Well, Jupiter's in fire in Sagittarius, and on the 10th of April, he retrogrades. Pluto is in Capricorn, retrograde in April. And on the 29th, Saturn retrogrades in Capricorn in Earth. Pluto retrogrades on the 24th, if I didn't say that. So King of Earth, King of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, is reversed here, and you might not feel like you have mastered the career yet, but it's not long before you do, and you do, and you do. So don't worry, things will be working out, but it feels like in that month of April, there's still some things to handle and learn about your finances, your job, your career, or the path you're on to work, school, or learning. May is all about travel for you. May is the month you should travel. The Six of Swords is taking that boat across the pond, across the seas. Go the distance if you can afford to. It is suggesting a mental vacation as well. So if you can't afford to go anywhere, a staycation, or even treating yourself to some kind of mental relaxation, spa or therapy or healing is appropriate for May. You might discover what it is you need in this final step to career by going away from your location and environment. It gives you knowledge or an experience that you could put into your work. I think you'll find your answer out of your own environment. So Leo, you are fire. You love a good trip or an adventure, and you might learn from that and use it to create the earnings that you want. In June, the Seven of Wands is suggesting to put away jealousy and don't worry about defending yourself and competition, and people try to push your buttons or poke at you, or the Seven of Wands is slightly irritating, but as it's reversed, it's saying just leave that, let that be. In June, when it starts to get warmer, the fire appears. Release your burdens halfway through the year, because look, oh, and take some of these creative things off your plate. I also get this. After you take a break and vacation, learn something outside of your environment, draw from a new mental process, you then take a few of these creative projects or things that you think you need to do or passions off your plate. Release too many irons on the fire. Maybe you've got 7 scripts, 40 clients, 3 jobs. You're taking some things off your plate here and you're narrowing it down. Narrow it down to one major freaking goal. And I don't know why I'm saying that. In that way, I just feel like, hey, if you really learn how to edit, if you cut back on what you're focusing on, you've already got a hit. Put your energy into this puppy, and here's the world. Boom. You don't have to do all 7 of them. All 9 of the goals don't have to happen. Just one big one pointing right to this victory, this success. You've already got it, Leo. Fire, fire, fire. You've already got it. And July, in the eclipse season, in the Mercury retrograde, you can manifest a pregnancy, a creative goal, an entrepreneurial business, any goal that you're really kind of setting out for early on. And in July, on the 2nd, we have a new moon total solar eclipse in Cancer, in the subconscious mind, in that internal self. And we also have the full moon partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn on the 16th of July. Mercury's retrograde this month too, from the 7th through the 31st at 4 degrees of Leo in fire, back through 23 degrees of Cancer. So you're getting some psychic information with that retrograde. Mercury retrograde in the 1st and 12th house for you, depending on what degree Leo you are. And really, if your Leo is your ascendant or not. When I talk about houses, these are solar influences, but your ascendant truly depicts your first house in astrology. So personal readings are important, and knowing your chart is important, but for the tarot, I love July as things are slowing down and eclipses are occurring. Here's Leo manifesting. And there's also passion. And that could be in relationship too, but pregnancy is an option here for Leo. when I see this and the world, if you thought you could never get pregnant, this is the year you can, unless there's some kind of physical ailment to the point of, you know, you have a hysterectomy. You know, I'm not a doctor, but this combination is absolutely green light for pregnancy. And if it didn't happen so many times before, it still can happen. Everything is so divinely timed. It's the body can say no for years, and then all of a sudden you could be 47 and pregnant. And I don't know why I said 47. That could be someone out there for sure. So the world, we go from eclipses and Mercury retrogrades into complete goal fulfillment, full circle in August. And Uranus retrogrades in August on the 11th at 6 degrees of Taurus, the bull. The world holds Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius, and all the fixed signs of the zodiac, and you're one of them. There's a manifestation strongly in July and August for Leo and Leo rising and Leo moon or Leo moon. And it didn't happen before. You're realizing in September, wow, I've always wanted this and it took so long. It didn't happen, it didn't happen, it didn't happen. And it's happening. Going into October, you're completely sharing your resources. You have investors, your business partnership is going well. You have people interested in how you earn your money. You're given money. You're given loans, settlement, property, inheritance. And you're investing in your protection and your business. On the 31st of October, on Samhain, Halloween, Mercury retrogrades at 27 degrees of Scorpio, back through 11 degrees of Scorpio, through the 20th of November. So that's retrograde. Not the time to sign legal documents when the Justice card is reversed and in a Mercury retrograde this month in November. So hold off on signatures until at least the 21st of November, but Mercury doesn't clear his shadow until the 2nd of December. So that's your free will. I wouldn't as an astrologer. I don't mess with a Mercury retrograde when it comes to contracts, but that's okay. You have free will, and you create your decision and your path. So this isn't the month to marry either, November. I would hold off on all leases, marriages, anything legal. I would hold off even on a DMV registration in a Mercury retrograde. So that's just me. I bought a pair of shoes in the last retrograde and had them delivered, had to return them. Phones go out, had to get the new recording device. You know, all this stuff goes awry, and that's just the mailing system. So I wouldn't mess with signatures or contracts. Now, December, look at this. Fertile, productive, creativity, wealth, abundance. The 26th, we have a new moon solar eclipse, oddly, without the full moon eclipse to back it up, in Capricorn. Leo, I'm not worried about you this year. I feel like your harsher months are March and June, and the rest is smooth sailing. Just a few warning signs here in November to not really push forward with too much in business or longevity, anything that would hold contracts for too long. But you have such an overwhelming amount of positivity, and you've got 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards, plus the Ace of Rods and the 6 of Rods in combination are positive and proactive, moving up the ladder this year with passion and connection to what you're doing and to who you're doing. And you know, watch all that, because there's the energy for pregnancy, no matter if you're planning or not here. Very fertile cards. So I'm wishing you a beautiful 2019, wow. And remember, Leo, thank you for choosing me. The sky is limitless, so reach for the stars. I'm also going to pull an astrological card for you for the year. And it's just, there's just 21 cards here, 9 of the planets and 12 of the zodiac signs. I wanted to see which one comes up for you. I already see it needs to be this one. For the year, you can hone in on this and see what time frame comes up. Wow, the moon. Well, when the moon is in Leo, whenever the moon is in Leo this year, this is your time to shine. Also, in the eclipses, the lunar eclipses of the year, which is the 21st of January in Leo, you're eclipsed. And that's what this is about too. It's changing, it's closure, it's elevating you. And you have a stamp, you're making a mark. And the moon is finishing up the eclipse patterns with Leo this year that she started way back in 2016. This is a beautiful message. Whenever the moon is in your sign, you have guidance, intuitiveness, trust the instincts when the moon is in Leo, and also on that lunar eclipse for you on the 21st of January, initiating forward direction and closure in some areas of your life and moving forward in others. And you also have July 16th with a full moon partial lunar eclipse, which is going to affect you in Capricorn. So I hope this was helpful, Leo. I'm wishing you a beautiful 2019. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.